Let's have one of those conversations that matter. In today's exchange, I want to talk to you about Santander Bank, a superb personal loan from this bank. Minimum FICO 545, maximum loan amount $50,000. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic because I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's convo, I want to talk to you about Santander's Bank superb $50,000 personal loan with a FICO score that can go as low as 545. Before I go into the nitty-gritty, please understand this video is not promotional. We have no affiliation, no relationship with Santander Bank. They're not paying us to do this video at all. This video is purely informational. We're just sharing information with you. Let me give you a loan overview here. So when we speak about Santander Bank personal loan, you are talking about a loan that has wonderful features. You have same-day funding available. You can get a soft pull, so you have on-the-spot pre-qualification with no impact on your credit score. Wonderful. No sign-up fees, no prepayment fees, no collateral required. This is an unsecured loan. You can borrow from $5,000 all the way to $50,000 in one lump sum. FICO score minimum 545. You can enroll in ePay and save. And the APR will oscillate from 6.99% to 24.99%. And that's kind of reasonable, okay? And in terms of a Santander Bank personal loan, the loan proceeds can be used for a lot of things. I mean, the bank is very flexible. You can use the money to consolidate debt and save on high interest payment. You can use the cash to cover the cost of medical procedures without worry. You can use the money to make needed home improvement to add value and comfort to your house. You can actually use the money for nearly anything, for a wedding, for an adoption, for a big purchase, you name it. And the thing we love here is that they even have a feature called proactive debt payoff. With that feature, you can extend the loan terms up to 7 years. Right now, it's usually 5 years, but you can go all the way to 7 years with no problem. Okay, so this is basically, in a nutshell, what you need to know about this bank, this loan. And I will talk to you later on about the soft pull feature. This is very important. This is why a lot of folks love Santander Bank. They have the pre-qualification feature, so you don't have to risk any hard pull. If you want to apply for this loan, you can just see if you qualify, and if you do, they'll give you an offer or a series of offers. And if you like the rates, the loan amount, and the term they give you, just go ahead and apply. But at that time, once you apply, they will do a hard pull. But at first, they only do a soft pull, and you can do the application online, no problem. Folks, let me talk to you now about the lender. Just to contextualize the conversation, I am having a conversation with you about a massive personal loan from Santander Bank, maximum loan amount $50,000, minimum FICO 545. The loan has an APR from 7% to 25%. Santander is one of the biggest banks in the Northeast. The good thing is that even if you're not in the Northeast, you can still qualify because they cover the whole United States. But for that, if you're not in the Northeast, you want to call them just to make sure that everything is fine before you apply. But we love the fact that they have thousands of ATMs and hundreds of branches, mostly across the Northeast. Okay, so when I'm talking about Northeast, I'm speaking about specific states. We have Massachusetts, Maryland, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Delaware, Maine, Vermont, Florida, and Washington, D.C. Okay, and so they have a large array of deposit accounts, low initial deposit on checking accounts, automatic savings feature. They even have a waivable monthly fees. In terms of cons, I'm just giving you a quick overview of the lender. Okay, In terms of accounts, you have basic checking accounts that earns no interest. They have loans that are very affordable in terms of APR. You have average rates on savings accounts are kind of low. Expensive overdraft fees. They have fees for out-of-network ATMs. So Santander Bank, in our view, is great for customers who want to borrow a high amount, who want to have access to unsecured personal loans, customers who like having a host of bank account options at their fingertips, customers who don't mind monthly fees as long as they can be waived. And if you lived primarily in the Northeast region of the United States, you can qualify for a Santander bank account, including a loan. Very important. So after evaluating, this lender on tens of criteria, including the loan variety, the loan amount generosity, the cost, the reputation, the customer service, we assign the company a score of 8 over 10. And you can see that our ratings were corroborated by reviews on Trustpilot. So as of the date of this show, Santander Bank has received 1,599 reviews on Trustpilot with an aggregate score of 3.4 over 5. Let me quickly talk to you about the credit card from Santander Bank. Folks, in today's conversation, we are still sharing tips and tricks and information about a massive personal loan from Santander Bank. $50,000, that's the maximum limit. 545, that's the minimum FICO score. And I want to talk to you about the credit card because if you don't qualify for the loan or you just choose to bypass the loan, you could maybe try your luck with a credit card. And guess what? You have nothing to lose because they have a pre-qual, they have a soft pull also on this personal credit card. Okay, and we personally love this credit card. We have studied it. We think it's a great card. You can earn 3% cash back, okay, for the first 12 months with the Santander Ultimate Cashback Credit Card. The card is called the Ultimate Cashback Credit Card, okay, and you can apply for the card online. And this is kind of interesting for folks who are looking for more cashback and more savings. What are the credit card features here? You have 3% cashback for the first year on qualified purchases up to $20,000. Thereafter, you can earn 1.5% on cashback on qualified purchases with no limits on how much you can earn. There is no annual fee. There is no foreign transaction fee. You can use your credit card at any contactless, chip-enabled, or a traditional terminal to activate and make purchases. Okay, and you also benefit from the Santander Instant Card Hold. This is really good. And in terms of savings, you have 0% intro APR on qualified purchases for 12 months, 0% intro APR on balance transfers for 12 months. It's really good. And one thing I want to say here is that the maximum limit on this credit card is also $50,000. We've seen cases where Santander went all the way to $75,000, especially for clients who have an MPR with the bank, a multi-product relationship. The minimum FICO is 545 also. And for this card, they were asking for they have ancillary requests. So for instance, you need to make at least $1,500 in gross income every month. Okay. You got to be 18 years at least, or 21, depending on the state where you live. Those requirements are analogous to the requirements they ask when it comes to the personal loans also. And just to close this section here, with the credit card, you can manage it. With Santander, you can manage your cards, you can manage your alerts, you can go paperless. They do have a wonderful app, very user-friendly with a great interface. So something you might want to consider. Let me talk to you now about the HELOC. Santander Bank also has a very interesting home equity line of credit. Folks, I am still having a conversation with you about a massive personal loan from Santander Bank, maximum loan amount $50,000, minimum FICO 545. Of course, we're having a conversation about personal loans, but I want to talk to you about the home equity line of credit just in case. Again, just in case you don't qualify for the personal loan or you're not interested for any reason, for whatever reason. The same way I spoke to you about the credit card, that same way, I want to introduce you to the Santander HELOC. So what is it? So the home equity line of credit. So this is some kind of funding program that allows you to tap your home's equity faster, okay? And with this HELOC from Santander Bank, you have flexibility to borrow anytime and pay as you want. You have low payments and low rates, variable or fixed. No upfront costs like application or appraisal fees. We love that part. You have a fixed rate lock option to lock in your outstanding balance at a fixed rate. And you have dedicated home equity specialists to help you along the way. So think about it. You have a constellation of benefits that are, if you really think about it, are pretty interesting. And the cool thing here is that Santander has a feature that we love a lot. It's called Easy Apply. Easy Apply from Santander. So basically you can apply fast and paperless anytime, anywhere. You can track your application status from start to finish. You can work with a loan specialist assigned to you, and you can close the loan at your convenience. By the way, this Easy Apply feature is also applicable for the personal loan. So it's all about Santander's commitment to innovation. They have been kicking ass like crazy in the last few years in terms of innovation. So Santander, if you listen to me right now, this is really good. We really appreciate all the efforts that you're pulling into your business model. Keep doing it. Okay, keep kicking some ass. So basically, you can see on the screen here that with a HELOC from Santander, you can do renovations. You can finance education. You can finance higher education costs, debt consolidation, or you can take care of major expenses. Okay, and you can see on the screen here, you can see the current variable rate payment chart based on where you are, your states, whether you have a first lien HELOC line amount of the HELOC amount that you have, the draw amount, the principal and interest payments, the interest only payment scenario, and the APR. So this is just for information purposes, just to kind of illustrate what that will cost you, what you can expect if you were to choose a HELOC from Santander Bank. Don't go anywhere. You're gonna love today's conversation. I'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We are still having a conversation about a massive personal loan from Santander Bank. Maximum loan amount $50,000. Minimum loan amount is $5,000. Minimum FICO 545. This is a loan whose APR oscillates from 7% to 25%. Not bad. Let's talk about loan eligibility. How do you qualify for these loans? Now, I alluded to it before by saying you need to have a minimum income of $1,500. That's gross income. You need to be 18 years of age. You got to be 18 years old or 21, depending on where you live. And there is something important that Santander pays attention to, and that's the DTI. Your debt to income ratio must be less than 36%. In other words, the portion of your income that you allocate to debt servicing should be less than 35%. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're making, give or take, $10,000 a month. Okay. That means Santander wants to make sure that you are spending less than $3,500. $3,500, that's 35% of $10,000. $3,500 on servicing your debts. In other words, debt repayments. This can be your credit card, this can be your mortgage, this can be your car payments, this can be your student loans, whatever it is. In terms of loan eligibility, Santander is not asking you for collateral, not at all. As long as you are from an underwriting perspective, you are a great customer. If they're satisfied with your FICO, satisfied with your financial situation, you don't need to post collateral, okay? In terms of proof of identity, they want to see your driver's license or other state-issued ID, your passport, certificate of citizenship, birth certificate, or military ID. They want you to have your social security number or an ITIN. That's fine also. An ITIN means individual tax identification number. These are for foreigners who don't have a social security yet, but they are legally in the country. Santander might also want to have pay stubs from you, your personal returns for the last 3 years, your W-2s and 1099s, very important. You also want to take care of your bank statements, and in some cases, depending on the amount you're looking to borrow, they might ask for your employer contact information. Number 5, and this is an important element. You want to bank with Santander. See, Santander will allow you to get a loan with a FICO score as low as 545, assuming you have established a relationship with Santander. This is what we call on this show MPR, multi-product relationship. The funny thing is, some folks, some viewers sometimes are flabbergasted when they hear me talk about establishing a relationship with the bank, because they're thinking that, this show should be about borrowing, should be about credit cards and loans. Why are we talking about having a checking account or savings account? But those viewers are so wrong, because they don't know how the game is played. When you want to borrow from big banks or credit unions or financial institutions in general, having a relationship is so quintessential, because your banker, your loan rep knows you. Even if you have bad credit, they have seen the ins and outs of your accounts. They know the inflows and outflows. They know if you're making some great ka-ching or if you're broke. And if you have, God forbid, you have poor credit, but you do have some great liquidity, they will look at that to be able to approve you. Okay, so you want to bank with the Santander, especially if you want to boost your chances of getting the loan. And when we talk about having an MPR with Santander, we're talking about having at least one checking account, one savings account, and one money market account. Santander offers several different direct deposit accounts. Not direct deposit, just deposit accounts. You can see on the screen here, they have checking accounts. So they have the basic checking, Simply Right checking. They have the student value checking. They have the select checking. And then they have savings accounts. And here they have only 2 choices. So they have the Santander savings, and then they have the youth savings. They also have money market accounts. So here they have money market accounts, money market savings account, and then the select money market savings account. They also offer CDs, certificate of deposits. They also offer credit cards, but credit cards we're not going to talk about it, because credit card is not an asset account. We are talking about asset accounts. And there are other financial products offered by Santander, from HELOC to personal loans to ARMs to home refinancing to mutual funds to brokerage account to annuities to life insurance to business solutions to commercial solutions. Okay, so the point I'm trying to paint here is that you want to boost your chances of being approved. Start by establishing a true relationship with Santander and have at least 2 asset accounts. If you can have 3, power to you, all the power to you. Okay. Let me now talk about the application. Folks, we are still having a passionate conversation about a magnificent personal loan from Santander Bank. Maximum loan amount $50,000, minimum loan amount $5,000, minimum FICO 545. It's better to apply for this loan at a branch or over the phone. Here, I'll just be walking you through the online process, but based on our research, if you have poor or fair credit and you want to qualify for this loan, it's recommended that you go to a branch. So you want to go to the page you have on the screen and you want to click Easy Apply. This is the process I was talking to you about earlier. Fantastic process. So you want to you have to say you're not a robot, and of course here you have to say whether you're a prior or a current Santander Bank customer. In this case, we said no. Click Submit. Then you have the details here. You put your first name, last name, put your date of birth, your social security number. Folks, everything here on this screen is fictitious, okay? And next, they want you to actually put your total annual income, your housing payments, how much you're paying every month, in terms of mortgage or rent. And if there is, they want you to specify the primary purpose of the loan and click accept. Next, they want you to verify that you are indeed okay with all the conditions, and then you will see accepted. And now you want to click get my rate. Remember I was telling you earlier, they have a pre-qualification process, so a soft pull, no hard inquiry pull. So click check my rate. If you click check my rates, the system will take about 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds to process the info. Okay. Next, you can see here they're giving you a response. For us here, we do not see a pre-qualification for you today. If you would like to continue, please select the term. Folks, from now on, if you agree to continue, it's not going to be a soft pull anymore. It's going to be a hard pull. So make sure that if you want to continue, because they don't have a pre-qual offer for you, that you are okay and ready for a hard pull. It's going to be a hard pull, not a soft pull from now on. So we chose a 5 years, and we chose that we wanted to borrow $35,000, and we want to pay through ePay. Okay, and you have to click apply for this loan. Next, you can see here that they are asking you how they can reach you, your citizenship status, your phone number, and then you click next. And you can see here they're tell us a bit about your current employment situation. So you put your start date, your employer, and whatever, all the things that matter, and you put review application. And here they're telling you, so you have to review the application. So this is the first screenshot, the second screenshot, the third screenshot, the fourth screenshot, the fifth screenshot. So here you have to say, I accept. You can download or print the disclosures if you want to. If not, just accept. And then you can see the next screenshot. It says accepted. And then click submit application. And it says, thank you, it's processing. And here it says, we have made a decision, blah, 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 blah. So here it was denied because we put their fictitious information. All right, folks, thank you so much for your attention. So today I was talking to you about a superb personal loan from Santander Bank, $50,000. That's the maximum limit. And you can see that we went through the application process, and we got a decision letter. And if you go to Santander Bank or you go to your email, if you go through the same thing, they will give you the content of that decision letter. Okay, so you will know exactly whether you were approved or not. In today's conversation, I gave you a loan overview. I spoke to you about the lender, Santander Bank, the credit card that they offer, the HELOC they offer, the loan eligibility requirements, how to bank with Santander so you can get the loan you need, and how to apply online. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.